guess it's obviously they're going to be playing without a lot of their guys. How do you game plan for something like that when they're going to be missing that many bodies and probably haven't seen whoever they're going to be running out there? Not players, obviously, but not necessarily the combinations.
You got to be ready to compete. We got to understand the challenges of a game like this. The guys that they have available are well equipped to succeed in a situation like this. They have three-point shooting. They have guys that can generate possessions. And in Truder, they have a point guard that can go for 30 and 15 on a night like tonight, And so we got a guard Buddy running around. Waters is an underrated player that is going to get a lot of time tonight, who can really shoot the ball too. And Santos last night hadn't been playing a whole lot, but his activity and his tenacity generated probably. He had 3 offensive rebounds on the stat sheet, but he tipped balls to teammates 3 or 4 other times. And in a game that was a 3-point game on the road at Detroit, who's playing really well, this guy generated about 7 extra possessions for them. So it's all that. I mean, we got to have the right mindset going into this. And if you're not wired to compete in this game, with a Pacer uniform on, you can't be out there. I mean, that's just how we got to do business in this game, and it's going to be a hard game.
Do you know if Miles and Tyrese are going to be available?
Yes.
Both? Yeah. Obviously sent Johnny Furford down and got some time with Matt Ans. What did you like about? Did you have a chance to watch a lot of that, and what did you?
I watched some of it. He had some really good plays. He had the one dunk play was pretty awesome. And this is, you got to look at his situation and say, in the last 3 days, I mean, this has been like being on the AAU circuit,
right?
Playing multiple games. One day I told him today, I said if you even knew what the AAU was, you'd be getting ready to play your 3rd game right now.
Yeah.
So it's a great experience for him. He's getting a lot thrown at him and thrown to him, which is good. That's how you learn. And he's a great kid, and he's a terrific prospect.
Take one. There you
go. Where do you feel like Benn Mathurin has improved on the defensive end lately?
He's improved his on-ball defense, and he always was pretty good with on-ball. He's gotten better there. He's got better with off-ball defense. When you're guarding the ball, I mean, the guy's got the ball, but there's so much movement in the game now. Navigating all that movement in the NBA is quite different than college, especially when you got the D3 rules and you can't just have a center just sitting there holding his hands up the whole time. So, but he's gotten better in those areas. And as I've mentioned, in recent days, just playing a much more efficient game offensively, taking the right shots, taking the simple shots, not holding the ball unnecessarily, avoiding crowds, those kinds of things, and so and running well. His running has gone up, 1 or 2 levels, and that's big.
Rick, you mentioned Santos earlier, and I know there's been other examples throughout the season, but what are your thoughts on the depth of talent in the league, where you can look at a team like Golden State tonight, sitting out so many guys, but you can't take that for granted. And there's guys who are hungry for the opportunity, and the depth of that talent.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just guys are wearing an NBA uniform. They must be respected. And the whole thing about possession of the ball, and a guy like Santos is really a huge stat. I mean, he was the difference in them winning that game last night. On a night when Steph didn't shoot the ball great, they had other guys like Waters and Buddy combined for 9 threes last night. and that was a big factor too. But in a game that was a relatively low-scoring game, 6 or 7 extra possessions generated for your team on the road in that environment, very important.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.